we've got two players here. They are taking cross court from about mid-court. And these are the shots. And there we go. Alright, so what we're going to do is break them down a little bit and just show you a few things that really make a difference to high quality players. Now I've got Amanda Sobey on the left, Olivia Fletcher on the right. And if you watch Amanda Sobey on the left, she cuts across and she has what I call as a low prep. Now right now both players have got their rackets around about the same height, and Amanda will keep her racket down low and Olivia will take her racket up higher. Now I know the ball's higher and everything as well, but that bigger swing versus a jab swing or sharper swing, what needed to happen is Olivia needed to take the ball earlier and with a sharper swing off her hip, but instead she's gone with a bigger prep, and Amanda has got a lower prep. Now that lower prep, what it does, it keeps you, see it's very much lower through there and her body stays really strong. There's a lot more to this with your whole body motion. Now look at point of impact, which is virtually here. You see the stress on the body and the structure of the body. You see here, you'll see that like Amanda's body is really stable, really strong, and it looks really powerful. Where Olivia's sort of, it is powerful and it's strong, but she's under stress. She doesn't seem to be like all together. It's a lot of work through here, through her front leg, and a lot of structure to hold her body frame. She's doing a really good job to hold her body frame, but it's so much easier for Amanda to do this in this situation, and part to do that everything is in line. So when I talk about everything in line, this line through here, and the hitting line will be around about here, and you'll have this line through here, but the hitting line's out here, and so therefore she's got to work off a different line. So that ability to keep everything in line is a wonderful thing as well for structure and power and strength and activation of the core and so on. The real thing happens when, well, the real understanding of just how powerful this is in this next little flick here when we start to move forward. So you see here, this next movement, and you see how Olivia's body breaks down and Amanda's body is still super strong. You see she's held her frame, she's held her position, yet Olivia's had to go and really move her body to go and get the ball where she wants to get it. This foot's gone this way, whereas Amanda's foot has gone a little bit directly in line once again, so everything's remaining in line and staying in line. She's holding her body structure and she's holding her form. Olivia is breaking down a little bit. Now, the other thing that is worth noting is the shoulders. Her shoulders, Amanda's shoulders have stayed exactly the same, and Olivia's shoulders have opened up a little bit. So they started out here somewhere, and they've opened up, and Amanda started here and they've gone to there. We'll go back and just show you that so you can understand. So watch Amanda for a sec. See her shoulders will stay the same. So that it goes really well. Like her shoulders will just stay the same through there. And we'll have a look at it. Olivia turned. So see, she just turns through. She turns to follow the ball as well, whereas Amanda won't turn to follow the ball. And that deception, that non-turning of shoulders, this is what it does. Let's look at the strike point. So let's watch how quickly the opponent moves. So if we look at Olivia's swing on the right-hand side, and we watch Amanda. So we're going to watch Amanda here, and see how long it takes her to work out where the ball's going, where the cross court's going. And this is what those shoulders do. So if we watch her, see the cross court's gone, she's watching it, and she's seen it straight away, and she's off. So by the time the ball's hit the front wall, now look, you can even see on the other side now, because of the deception and everything, Olivia hasn't even worked it out. Like, she hasn't even got it worked out now. She hasn't worked out the fact that the ball's up here already, and that she needs to cover the ball over this way. So what's going to happen, see Amanda's onto it already on the right hand side. So she's already tracking the ball, she's already moving that way, so she's already going this way. And we'll go back and just cover this each a little bit by a little bit. See, Amanda's already off, and yet Olivia's still going the wrong way, Now she's worked out where the ball is, and her body's still not even moved. Now, you see all Olivia's motion is still stuck at the tee, and yet Amanda's already off and going. So she's already off this way. She's well off this way, but she's still stationary, trying to drive off this way, but there's no drive yet. All her body weight is still the centre here, yet all Amanda's body weight is well over towards this way. It's well over this way already, so it's already going. So she's like well ahead of the game, and you see the motion. See the ball is like she's almost with the ball. See how close she is to the ball, like she's going back with the ball already, like she's this close to the ball, and the ball's just miles away. That angle and everything with the wrist is gained from the wrist, so Amanda's angle is gained from the wrist, and where Olivia's angle is gained from a body turn a little bit, which means you can read it easier, which means you get onto the ball quicker. So it makes a difference, and then it just runs away. And if you're late on the ball, see, if you're not with the ball and you're late on the ball, you end up playing catch-up, and that catch-up there is really difficult. So we can watch it on the right-hand frame now because it's the same shot. So you'll see it there. She go right in the back corner. She won't be able to get it. It's just really difficult. So the stress she's under here. So the stress she's under here is just like massive. It's just so much stress because she couldn't get close enough to the ball to go and cut it off through here. So the deceptive component, when you get really good, the deceptive component can become so much more. And it's not about just hitting targets. Hitting targets is really important, but if you can hit the targets with a deceptive swing, and it gives you that split second of hesitation or trying to work out where the ball is. So the difference here between being on the ball, let's watch the left-hand frame. Let's watch Olivia. Watch, she's going back. She's watching the ball. She does a split step. Her motion's over towards the drive down the wall, and she drops her body under severe stress. And that's because she couldn't tell where the ball was going. She thought it was always going because Amanda took it so late. So that's the other component of this. We'll go back to the strike. Okay, so we talk about the taking the ball and where you take the ball. So Amanda's taken it like just behind. It's really hard to draw here. So she's taken it just behind the line of her foot, and Olivia's taken it in front of the line of her foot. Now I know you've got to get it cross court, but what you do is you use angle of racket, angle of wrist to go and get the ball cross court and not turn your shoulders. You see Olivia will start with her shoulders down here, and Amanda will start with her shoulders straight towards the front wall. So Olivia's already got open shoulders. Now that's fine. This is fine if she does that for down the wall drives as well. So there's no problem whatsoever with that. But generally what happens with a side the wall drive down the wall and with a drive cross court, you need to get your hips in line. So your hips should be in this line and your shoulders should be this line. And they all should be in line facing that way. So you should be facing the side wall, not being open when you actually cross. So once again, what I say is hips are facing this way, shoulders are facing this way, body's facing that way. That says down the line. That says that's where the ball's going. And yet she's got the ability to go crack over here. And that's what causes grief. So if you can get that right, if you can keep your body closed off, then it'll make the difference. It'll make a huge, huge, huge difference. Look at the stresses on ankles and so on as well. So there's all these little things that just make a big difference over a long period of time. So what happens if you stress your ankles all the time versus everything in line all the time? The wear and tear on your body is just so minimal. It's just really good. But when you've got an angled stance with an open stressed ligament there, right through that last little ankle through there, high stress on the knee. This is the other thing I'll talk to you about. I'm going in depth here a little bit, but this is a really strong bend, whereas Amanda will have this angle. That angle is really important because if this knee gets over here, then there's a massive amount of work on your knee. So if she goes over any further than that, there's a massive amount of work. So she's on the cusp of being a little bit too high on her knee angle. This foot needed to go out here. So what needed to happen is this foot needed to go out here. there, a bigger step, and that angle, you need to create that angle, and that's that angle here. So this angle here, this angle is a really powerful body angle. That's really good for your hip, and it's really good for your lower back, and it's really good for your body structure, and it's really good for energy use. It's really good for everything. This is a high energy effort work rate of all muscles, and if you're doing that like 1,000 times in a match, so all your body through here and then back to there, versus a full structured, nice balanced body structure. It just makes such a difference in your whole body and how much energy you use and where it goes. All right, so there you go. The important components are minimizing their actions, so there's a limited amount of stress on your body. Get deception through not turning shoulders. Use your racket angle to dictate the direction of the ball, and to hold your frame as you strike the ball when you come off, and that will make your opponent late on the ball, which will then increase the quality of your shot and give you a better outcome of your shot. So there's a fair bit in it, and this is pretty heavy what I mentioned to you as far as all the different points, but every little point goes towards making what is an elite player versus a very good outcome, which Olivia's got. But Amanda's is just elite, absolutely elite. It's just wonderful to watch. There you go. I hope you enjoyed that. That's a fair bit in depth of an elite level forehand cross court from your court.